Hey all, welcome to this week's acquisition report here at the CIOPCC. Here at the Institute, we didn't do an acquisition report last week. That is because I was on vacation down in North Carolina and South Carolina. But this week I have 6 things to talk about that we picked up over the course of the 2 weeks. Not a lot, because, you know, it is the February doldrums. But I did snag a baseball homer. I don't think I mentioned this guy before. He is the only one of Series 3 that I found so far. I'm looking for the other 5-inch ones. The only reason I got him is Big Bad Toy Store still had him in stock. The rest of it blew out of there before I could get them. And the only 2.5-inch one out of the Series 3 I've found so far is the Krusty Burger. So, there we go. That's it so far. That's number 1, baseball homer. Looking for the other 3 figures. I haven't seen hide nor hair of them at any local stores. So, let's go on with the other 5 of the 6 things. Number 2 is another one that I talked about in the past because as a big Creature from the Black Lagoon fan, I said that I had really kind of bummed that I did not pick up the Ben Cooper mask costume. As you can see, I found the glow-in-the-dark version at a local Walmart, so I snagged him. Him and Nosferatu are hanging out up here together. Those are the only 2 I plan on getting out of these Ben Coopers, but because I am such a big fan of those characters, those creatures, I decided to grab him. So that's number 2, especially when he was only 20 bucks. You can see down here I'm doing some work. In past videos, you know, I was working on a new riser for this shelf to move over some of the science fiction characters from over here so that we open up some more space for more Exo 6 Star Trek. And down here I'm working on a bunch of the 112 Collective, Mezco's Fantastic line, moving them around. You can see I've moved a bunch of the Playmates Star Trek that was over across a lot of this shelf. Sticking mostly with original series, trying to decide with all these others which ones I'm going to keep and which ones I'm going to move out. But this is going to give me a lot of room for new additions to this collection. However, the new addition this week is over here in the Marvel section. Number 3 on the list here, Dr. Octopus. This is a fantastic release. This is one of my favorite 112 Collective releases in quite a while. This is just amazing, especially in terms of Marvel. Marvel and DC lately haven't been as exciting for me as some of the other licenses and some of the in-house stuff, but this Dr. Octopus is great. He comes with a bunch of different sized arms, as you can have all different kinds of hooked hands on the end of them. He's just excellent figure. He does have the lab coat too if you want to go with that look. And he looks great with the other Spider-Man villains. We also have a ton of Spider-Man, and of course the Miles Morales Spider-Man is coming here pretty soon. So that's number 3 of 6. Number 4 is the first Hot Toys figure I've gotten in ages, Supergirl. Now, while this movie is not super exciting for a lot of people, I did love this portrayal of Supergirl, and I really wanted to be able to make sure we had another Superman representation over here in the Hot Toys section. So I did grab her. I don't know what the next Hot Toys figure that'll come in will be. I do have about a dozen pre-orders, but you know how those go. With Hot Toys, they can take an awfully long time. Mars Toys came through with their Alfred, number 5 here, Batman 66. I really wish we had 2 head sculpts because we get 2 costumes. And they do offer to sell you for $100 another body and head sculpt to use the second costume. I'm probably going to do that because the second costume has the green apron. And unlike Riddler, which they gave you the 2 bodies and everything, you're going to have to buy the second one to get him. But the head sculpt they give you is the exact same head, so it isn't quite as much fun. So there we go, though. He's a beautiful figure. I never expected to have this many Batman 66 figures. And that's number 5. Number 6. Let's finish strong here with another Batman black and white release. I only know of one more that's on pre-order right now. Oh, no, actually, I don't think there's any more on pre-order. Are there? This is the Lee release. He's tall, so he kind of... I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to make room for him because he has to be on the front shelf. He couldn't be on the riser. But he fits in there nicely. Nice looking figure, statue. Goes along nicely with all the rest. I do have room for one more up over here. But since they're doing these down, this one's less than 600, this limited edition run. So they're doing these in such small quantities now. I'm not sure we're going to see any more. We'll see what happens. So there we go. That is 6 new figures. Now that I'm back in town, plan on doing another top 10 next week and maybe a favorite collection. Until then, hopefully you have a great weekend, have a lot of fun collecting, and make sure you subscribe.